Have you ever wondered in the quiet moments when everything slows down, what Jesus would say to you if he were sitting right beside you right now? Not the version shaped by opinions or traditions or what others have told you, but his voice, clear and personal, speaking directly to your heart. Because the truth is, Jesus is not distant, and he is not silent. He has always been speaking. The question is not whether he has something to say. It's whether we are willing to listen. And maybe today, right now, in this moment, you were meant to hear this, not by accident, but because something in your soul has been searching for it. Jesus wants you to know that you are not as alone as you feel. Even when the room is full, even when your phone is full of messages, even when life looks fine on the outside, there can still be a quiet emptiness inside that no one else seems to notice. But he notices. He has always noticed. Every hidden tear, every unspoken fear, every moment you felt overlooked or forgotten, none of it escaped him. There has never been a single second of your life where you were unseen. And even in the moments where you felt abandoned, he was closer than your own breath, waiting patiently for you to turn toward him. He wants you to know that your past does not disqualify you. So many people carry the weight of who they used to be like a permanent label, as if their mistakes have written the final chapter of their story. But Jesus does not define you by your worst moment. He doesn't hold your failures over your head like a record that can't be erased. Instead, he looks at you and sees who you were created to be, not just who you've been. And that version of you, the one filled with purpose, with clarity, with peace, is still possible. No matter how far you feel you've drifted, you are never too far to return. Jesus wants you to understand that you don't have to have everything figured out to come to him. There is this pressure in the world to be perfect before you step into something meaningful, to fix yourself before asking for help, to clean up your life before seeking something higher. But that's not how he works. He doesn't wait for you to become better before he reaches out. He reaches out so that you can become better. And that changes everything. Sometimes what Jesus wants you to know is that the very thing you're struggling with right now is not meaningless. There is a purpose being formed in the middle of your pain, even if you can't see it yet. Growth often happens quietly, beneath the surface, in ways that don't make sense until later. And one day you may look back at this exact season and realize it was shaping you into someone stronger, someone deeper, someone more aligned with who you were meant to be. He also wants you to know that you are deeply loved, not in a distant, abstract way, but in a real, personal, intentional way. This is not the kind of love that depends on your performance or disappears when you fall short. This is a steady, unchanging love that remains even when you doubt it, even when you question it, even when you feel unworthy of it. And maybe that's the hardest part to accept, that you don't have to earn it. Because everything in this world teaches us that love must be earned, maintained, and proven. But his love breaks that pattern completely. Right now, if this message is reaching you at the exact moment you needed something to hold on to, take a second to pause and reflect on that. And if you feel it in your heart, don't just scroll past it. Stay with it. And if you want more messages like this ones that remind you of truth, purpose, and direction, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Not for numbers, but so you don't miss what you might need to hear next. Jesus wants you to know that fear does not have authority over your life, even though it often feels like it does. Fear can be loud, convincing, and persistent, It can tell you that you're not ready, not capable, not enough. It can make you hesitate when you should move forward, and retreat when you should stand firm. But his voice is different. It doesn't shout over your fear, it speaks through it, gently reminding you that you are stronger than you think, because you are not relying on your own strength alone. You were never meant to carry everything by yourself. There are moments when you may feel like giving up, when the weight of everything becomes too much, when the progress you hoped for doesn't come, when the future feels uncertain. In those moments, Jesus wants you to know that stopping doesn't mean you've failed. Struggling doesn't mean you're weak. And feeling tired doesn't mean you're done. Sometimes it simply means you're human. And in your humanity, he meets you with grace, not judgment. He wants you to know that your life has meaning beyond what you can currently see. Even if things feel repetitive, even if you feel stuck in routines that don't seem to lead anywhere, even if you're questioning your direction, there is still purpose unfolding. Not everything meaningful is immediately visible. Some of the most important parts of your journey are happening quietly, in ways that don't draw attention but still shape your future. Jesus also wants you to know that forgiveness is not just something you receive, it's something you're called to give. And that can be incredibly difficult. Holding on to hurt can feel justified, even necessary. But over time it weighs you down more than it protects you. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from carrying it forever. And that freedom is something he wants for you, even if it takes time to get there. It doesn't mean every path will make sense. Sometimes trust is simply choosing to move forward even when clarity is missing. It's believing that there is something greater at work even when the outcome is unclear. And that kind of trust is not built overnight. It grows slowly through experience, through reflection, through moments like this. And maybe, above all else, Jesus wants you to know that you are invited into a relationship, not a set of rules. This isn't about perfection or performance. It's about connection. It's about knowing that you can speak honestly and openly without needing to filter your thoughts or hide your struggles. You just have to be real, because he already knows you fully and still chooses to love you completely. So wherever you are right now, whether you feel close to him or distant, certain or confused, hopeful or tired, this message still stands. You are seen, you are loved, and you are not beyond reach. Not now, not ever. And maybe the most important thing Jesus wants you to know is that he has never stopped reaching out to you. Not once,